Hi there. This is lesson one of how to read your birth chart in the series called Easy Vedic Astrology. You can learn how to download your chart by going to theintuitiveguide.com/Vedic chart. Now, your chart includes 12 houses, 12 signs, and 9 planets, just as what you see here on the right. You'll also see that this is called the Lagna. Now, before we start looking at your chart, think of your chart as your life, right? And your life is like a stage. So there's many different scenes, a lot of different places you live, a lot of different people that you interact with. It's just the same thing as like a play, essentially. So your chart, as I mentioned, has 12 houses. It starts with H1, which is house 1, also called the ascendant or the Lagna. That's in the top center. And then everything goes counterclockwise from there. Now, think of each house like a scene or a location of your show, of your play. Now, you'll have a diverse neighborhood, usually, right? You might have some houses that are lavish, that are palaces. You have wonderful tenants. You have wonderful landlords. It's just well kept, right? And beautiful location. Then you have others that are not so, that are dilapidated, that have tenants that don't take care of their things, and then landlords that don't care about the property. And there might be other bad things that happen. And these could be all within the same neighborhood, right? Or even next to each other of your chart. So it really does bring really interesting stories and tales that come up once we start looking at the chart. Now, your chart also has 12 signs. The signs are labeled by numbers. And you'll see here that in the ascendant, the Lagna, it's 10, which represents Capricorn. So of the 12 signs, as I mentioned, each of them are represented by numbers. Starts with 1, which is Aries, 2, Taurus, 3, Gemini, 4, Cancer, 5, Leo, 6, Virgo, 7, Libra, 8, Scorpio, 9, Sagittarius, 10, Capricorn, 11, Aquarius, and 12, Pisces. So as I mentioned, Capricorn rules the first house. Now you'll also see there are 9 planets. The planets are labeled with 2 letters, the capital for the first letter and then lowercase for the second letter. So there are 9 planets in Vedic astrology. We have Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu, and Rahu. Notice that the Moon and Sun, they're considered planets, right? Also notice that we have Ketu and Rahu. Those are shadow planets. They're not real planets, I guess you could call it, but they are the intersection of the sun and the moon, the eclipses. And also you'll notice that we don't include Uranus, Neptune, or Pluto in Vedic astrology. This is because when Vedic astrology was founded, these planets had not been discovered yet. Additionally, the energy from these planets is a lot is less strong as the other 9 planets, so it just doesn't have as much of weight as other planets. I will say that there are times when I read that I do use Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, but that's another discussion for another day. So think of the planets like the actors of your play. You have the sun, that's regal, that's the center of attention, that's the decision maker, right? The loud one in the room. Then you have the moon, the one who's actually ruling everything, the one that represents the thoughts, the mind, making sure everything works and moves smoothly, right? These are 2 of the actors, right? And then there's the 7 others. Now we have all of these within us, and they also represent other people within our lives. For example, the sun represents your father, the moon represents your mother, and then the other planets represent other people in your life as well too. Great, I hope you enjoyed this. Now, if you want to download these slides, you can do so at theintuitiveguide.com/easyvedic1. Thank you.